has been 6 months since I started this weight loss journey. 6 whole months. I can't even believe it. But, it has been. And it's been quite a journey. And I'm really excited to show you my results from the last 6 months. So as you know, I have tracked all of my weigh-ins, my weekly weigh-ins, and I've even put them on a graph form for us to look at, just to look at our trends, where I struggled, and we can just see what's going on with my 6 month of weight loss. So without further ado, I'll meet you in my computer where we can discuss. Hi, so welcome to my computer, and this is the graph that I crafted today with my data of all my weigh-ins that I've had over the last 6 months. So let's just go over it, see what the data tells us. So I have this thin blue line going down. That's the trend line. I honestly put that there to make myself feel a little bit better because it is at least on a downwards trend, even though, as you can see, there were lots of bars that don't exactly follow that line, which means I gained weight or just didn't lose as much as I did the previous week. But anyways, nevertheless, it's on a downward trend, so that's good news. So I have lost since January 11th, 2020 to July 4th, 2020, a total of 32 pounds. So that's pretty awesome. That is roughly 5 pounds per month lost. So that's pretty awesome that that's the average, because some months were horrible, as we'll get into, and other months have been really good. But I guess it balanced out in the end, which is nice to see, actually. So let's just talk about the ups and downs of weight loss, because there are many. When you're losing weight, you feel good about yourself, and it gives you motivation to move forward. It's awesome, right? There's no getting around that. Losing weight and hitting your goals or getting close to your goals is an amazing feeling and helps motivate you to move on, to move forward, and to keep going with what you're doing. So that's the upside of weight loss, right? There's it seems to be a little bit one-sided, where there is not very many upsides to weight loss, besides feeling good about yourself, which is a huge bonus. But there are a lot of downsides to weight loss, like the weight loss journey in general. And I just want to discuss a few of those negatives or downsides that I've experienced this past 6 months. As I said, when you're losing weight, it's great, but when you are plateauing, or even worse, gaining weight, it's pretty demoralizing, right? It makes you off track, and just not makes you off track. That didn't make sense, but it could start a trend going in the wrong direction. It's easy to get off track and get in your own head about those numbers that you may not have hit, or even worse, went the opposite direction, went up instead of down. Take a look at from February 1st, I was 189, and then look at all of the dates going all the way until May 23rd. So from February 1st to May, I guess 16th or May 23rd, somewhere in between those 2 weeks, I was in the 180s. That is 3.5 months. 3.5 months. A lesser me would have quit, to be honest with you, because that is insane. And but I kept going, and honestly, this COVID didn't hurt any for my weight loss. Obviously, it's a horrible pandemic, but just for me personally, it almost is the best thing, not the best thing that could have happened. That sounds really bad, but being able to have the time to exercise a lot and just to really focus on me helped me get through that time, to be honest. It's 3.5 months in the 180s. I look at that data and I'm just appalled. And you can see it's up and down, up and down, up and down. And you know why? Because I was eating at night, and I was eating crap food, and I let it prolong from my Saturday cheat day. It would be a Sunday, and then it would go on to a Monday, then maybe a Tuesday, and then I would maybe try to lose weight for the 3 days before a weigh-in, which is just not good enough if you're trying to lose weight and maintain it forever, right? Going up and down is not good and it's eating at night and eating the wrong foods anytime is just going to lead to weight gain. And that's what it did for me, to me, for 3.5 months. Like, oh my God, I look at that and it's just crazy. Now, what I have done, like, since I just said, okay, this is insane, I have to get out of the 180s, or I don't even know what, I'll just stay here forever, and I knew I did not want to do that, so I really focused on what goal I was trying to accomplish, and what I started to do was visualize, which really helped, but I also not even just visualize 145 pounds, which is my end goal. I visualized what I wanted to be each week. So that helped keep me focused for the week. And I still do that. Like, I weighed in at 166 pounds last Saturday, July 4th. Well, this Saturday, I'm aiming for 163 pounds. And that's what I think about, 163. I don't even really think about 145 anymore. Like, that is my end goal. But I'm more focused on, like, now and what is happening now in this week. So I take it like a step at a time, I guess. I narrow down my focus, and if you know why you're working out and why you're doing it and why you're eating healthy, and you're passing up cake and ice cream and margaritas and all the summer fun, and if you have a goal in mind, then that's what you're going for, and you can eat more easily, not saying all the time, but more often than not, turn down those foods that are going to cause you to gain weight, or that could potentially send you on a downward spiral for perhaps a few days or a week, right, where you gain way more weight than you want. Like, look at this week, April 19th to April 25th, 184 to 187, so you know that was binging that week. And then I went from 187 to 183, so at least I got my act together a little bit and figured it out, and I seem to be on a downward trend since then. And it just comes from focus and knowing what you want and why. Honestly, this chart was pretty eye-opening, so I encourage you, if you're tracking your weight, to chart it out. I wish I did it earlier. Well, actually, maybe not, but I'm glad I did it, and I will add on to it, as probably not every week, but I'm going to add on to it at least, like, for the next 6 months, and have a year of weigh-ins and see where I'm at. But it's pretty, like, you see numbers on the scale, but to see it in a chart form and to see, okay, like, you went up and down, up and down, up and down, and then to really tell where you got your act together. Like, it looks like May 9th was the week that I said, screw this, I'm getting out of the 180s for good, and I've been on a pretty good trajectory since then. So just, like I said, just try to stay focused on your goal and know why you're working towards it. It's important. So there you have it. There's my 6 month of weekly weigh-ins. Whew. I may not hit my goal weight every single week, but as long as that scale keeps going down, I have to be happy with that progress and what I've done. And if it doesn't say what I would like it to say, I just have to adjust what I'm doing, move on, and hope for the best for the next week. You hear that seagull? It's going crazy. So food is by far my biggest downfall when it comes to diet, exercise, eating right. It's food. I can exercise till the cows come home, but I can exercise till the cows come home, but eating gets me every time. If I've gained weight one week or not lost very much, oh my God, my hair, I know it's because of the food that I ate or that I eat that week. It still has a hold on me. I don't know why, but I just can't control myself sometimes around food. Even when I try not to have anything unhealthy in the house, I'll still manage to overeat, like on cereal. Exhibit A. I just went grocery shopping, so, on cereal. I love me a bowl of multigrain Cheerios, not gonna lie, and usually it's not one bowl, it's like 2 or more. I do 100% think that food supersedes exercise. I think if you eat healthy, you have a better chance of losing weight than if you ate unhealthy and exercised a ton. I think they go hand in hand, don't get me wrong, but I think the food is more important than the exercise. If you're not eating the right foods, you're just not going to lose weight. You're going to have too many calories and you're not going to lose weight. It's pretty much that simple. You can't work out forever. I work out a lot and it still isn't enough sometimes because of the food that I eat. I have been doing a lot better with overeating. I will admit that I am improving. Oh, this hair, it's so hot out today, but my hair is a crazy mess, usually always. But anyways, I have been doing a lot better, but I still have my Saturday cheat days where I indulge in, chips like these. I might have some sweet treat that I've gotten throughout the week. I usually save all my cheat foods for Saturday, and sometimes I go overboard, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I eat way more than I should. It does affect me for the rest of the week, but the way I look at it, justify it to myself, is that it's Saturday and I have a whole week to work it off. But honestly, it would be better if I didn't have to work off Saturday's food for the rest of the week and I could just work on, working off normal food, healthy food, and losing weight a little easier without cutting so much calories for the subsequent days after I binge eat or cheat. I eat at night sometimes, as I just said, and that pretty much explains why I was in the 180s for so long. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say, I don't know what else it would be. It's because I ate at night. Peanut butter sandwiches or cereal. Usually cereal. Cereal is delicious at night. I don't know why, but it's just kind of a fun snack to have, and I would do it a lot. I was stuck at in the 180s for like 3.5 months, okay? That's crazy. When I looked at that graph, that is crazy. So it's because of what I ate. So the day after a late night binge, it used to affect me for longer than just that day. I would binge the next day and the next day and the next day, and it would ultimately lead to weight gain. Well, I have the continuation somewhat under control, you could say. I don't really let it affect my subsequent days. I still do binge on, some days. I'm working on that, but I've learned that I just need to cut calories the next day or two afterwards. And it sets me up much better than if I just let it keep going. Obviously, cutting calories, it's maybe not the most sustainable thing to do because I cut them significantly the next day after binge eating, or the next 2 days. And that's probably not the healthiest or most sustainable thing to do. But for now, it's what I'm doing. And I'm not going to say it's working because it's a really bad habit, but I'm working on it. And it's really hard to break. It's crazy how hard binge eating is to break out of a habit. And maybe someday I'll have a healthy relationship with food, but it's just not quite yet. Wrapping your head around food is hard. It's hard for me. I think it's hard for a lot of people that are overweight. Someday I hope to be really knowledgeable and be able to help people wrap their head around food and what to eat and what not, and get to the core reason of why we binge and how to stop that. But until then, eating food is kind of a constant mind F, to lack of a better word. You know what I mean? It's just always going to be there. And like I said, someday I hope to have my head wrapped around it, but that day is not today. But I just do what I can. So let's get to the ups of this 6-month weight loss journey. Well, losing weight is awesome when that scale is on a decrease the whole time, or not the whole time, but when it's on the decrease week after week, you get a boost of energy, you're seeing results, and it is awesome. So losing weight is amazing. Getting out of the 170s in 4 weeks is awesome because I've previously struggled with the 170s. Now compare that with getting out of the 180s. That took 16 weeks to get out of. So I just pretty much just substituted the 180s for the 170s this time around on this weight loss fun time we're having. But it's okay. It was a really big ego boost to get out of the 170s in such a short amount of time, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that. It was pretty much proof that my diet and exercise routine is working and is paying off, and I'm starting to see the results that I desire. So really excited for the next 6 months. So what I've learned in this 6 months of weight loss is that visualization really helps. Right now I'm keeping the number 163 in my head because that's what I want to be at the end of this week. That just helps you keep on track and lets you keep your goals focused. When you mess up on your diet or you don't exercise for a day, don't stress about it. You have 6 other days of the week to make up for it and to do better. Switching to low-calorie foods really helps me make up for the days that I do overeat. So I don't eat bread, I eat rice cakes, things like that. I'll link to the video above and you can see for yourself what I have switched to, and that's on an everyday basis, not just on days that I mess up, but I eat low calorie most of the time. Increasing your exercise time when you're hitting a plateau really helps blast through it. That's what's helped me last week. I was stuck at 168 for 2 weeks, or for 2 weeks in a row. And then last week I was at 166 and I increased my exercise, and that's what really helped me blast through it. So how am I going to improve moving forward? Well, I'm going to keep my diet and exercise the same for now. It's been working for me. I'm seeing a good drop on that scale. I got over my plateau in 1 week. Well, I was stuck at 168 for 2 weeks, but that third week I went down to 166. That was just this last Saturday's weigh-in. So I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing until I either plateau again, stop losing weight, or something else goes on. But for now, this is working and I'm going to stick to it. It's been working for me so far, so as long as I can over the summer, I'm going to exercise like a crazy person. That's 3 workouts a day, 5 days a week. And because it's working, and because I have the time, I can do so right now, I'm going to take advantage of it. If I plateau again, my plan for when I plateau is, wait for it, is to count calories. I'm so resistant to count calories. I don't like counting calories. But if I plateau again with what I'm doing, I'm going to have to, because I'll need to know how many calories I'm eating and how many I'm burning so that I can properly adjust and lose weight, because that's the name of the game. And I know it's just going to get harder and harder. I have just over 20 pounds. I have like 21 pounds left to lose, and I've never hit my goal weight of 145. I don't even remember being into the 160s, to be honest with you. I don't think I've hit the 150s before, so I know this is go time. This is usually the time where I get complacent and just be like, okay, that's good enough. I look good enough. I'm going to stop here because it's hard. But now I'm not going to stop because it's hard. I'm going to keep going and reach my goal weight. So if I hit a plateau, I am going to count calories. That's my next step. The only thing that may change is my diet, because I can't possibly work out any more than I already am. So if I hit a weight loss plateau or just stop losing weight, my diet will have to be the thing that changes. So I'm going to keep setting goals moving forward. One of my goals is to be able to climb this rope, hopefully by the end of July. So I'm going to keep practicing, keep pulling myself up, and I do this exercise twice a week. And I'm up to 5 sets with 9 reps in each set. And I just increase it by 1 rep per set every single week, in hopes that by the end of July, my son, who's behind the camera right now, will be able to teach me how to climb this rope, and I'll actually have the strength to do so. All in all, this has been an amazing 6 months journey. I have never been so consistent with diet and exercise. Thanks COVID for allowing me the time to just focus, and I seem to just direct all my attention on to weight loss, which has been amazing. And something positive had to come out of this, and that's what's coming out of it for me. And thanks to the 4 people that consistently watch my videos. I'm pretty sure it's all my family members, but I really appreciate it. Just out here to prove that a 37-year-old mom of 3 can in fact lose weight and look the best and be the best and the most fit that she's been in her whole entire life. So I'm looking forward to continuing this journey. So thanks for watching this video. It was really fun to make. It was really awesome to look back on my progress and look at all the pictures and even look at my weight loss chart. Just to see how far I've come since January of this year. And I hope you'll stick around for the rest of my weight loss journey. All right, so thanks again. And as always, stay positive, work hard, and wash your hands.